Hey, what's going on everyone? Greatest of all Texas. I got a new video for you today, and I'm going to be coming at you with a new product from Voltage Booster, and they're based out of San Antonio, Texas, so you know they had to be featured on Greatest of all Texas build, the FJ. And you may be asking, what is a Voltage Booster? Well, let's go ahead and open this package right here. We got the actual chip. Got some good bubble wrap in here. Keep it nice and sturdy. So, the Voltage Booster Pro, the Texas Slim, that is actually this small item right here that is going to help with charging up my battery system. And if you know from a previous video, I have a X2 Group 31 AGM battery. That's an oversized battery I put in the FJ to help with the winch I have on the front right there, all the lighting, and also putting a fridge in. So following that, I had put on a Linsun 120 watt solar panel, which now that had stopped working after about 3 years. So they sent me a replacement, which is 105 watt with the cutouts on the washer. So I'm going to do a video after this to install that and show you how I'll set that up. But in the meantime, to make this battery charge system, which hasn't been really getting over 14, not so much, you know, I reached out to Voltage Booster Pro, and they went ahead and provided this product here to install in the FJ and actually increase how much charge is going back into the battery. So from my understanding, this is a diode. And what it'll do is it helps you because it allows your alternator to understand that your battery is low, and it's going to keep putting more power to it, because with the AGM batteries, they aren't getting powered or recharged properly by your factory alternator, which the FJ 2011, that's a 100 amp alternator. I'm researching and finding out that you can buy a Tacoma or 4Runner tow package with 130 amp one, so I'll do that next. But something that's a little bit less expensive and a lot faster to do is replace it with this. So we're going to go ahead and do that. There's two different settings. There's low and then there's high. So we're going to put it in there and do a test to see how it runs on low, on high, how much power we're getting, and see how it runs also with the fridge on there, just like keeping the battery topped off when I'm driving. So right now we're looking at the fuse box inside the FJ Cruiser. We're going to replace the fuse for the alternator with it, which it's hard to zoom in right here, but it's a 7.5 amp fuse. It's right there. So that one is what we're going to pull out, and that's what we're going to replace with this right here. So if you look at the diaphragm on your fuse box, you'll see that it says the 7.5 amp right there is ALT for the alternator. So that's the one you're going to pull out and replace it with the Voltage Booster Pro. You can see right there it has a 7.5 amp fuse, and this is going to go directly right in there. So I installed this voltmeter right here. It has a USB-C and an actual USB, an older USB on there. I took out the old double USB, and I kind of thought this would be useful because if I don't have my solar controller on right now, I could at least still get how much volts the battery is, which it says it's 11.8 volts. And this is before the Voltage Booster goes on. So let me go ahead and turn that on, and then I'll go ahead and see if it's gonna get more power after we put the Voltage Booster on. But let's do a crank start and, you know, turn on the FJ right here without the Voltage Booster Pro on. So once we turn it on, it goes up to 13.5. So we're hoping it can get to 14 or higher when we do the Voltage Booster Pro. So we'll see if that works out and see if this can do that trick. I'm gonna go ahead and remove the 7.5 amp fuse and put the Voltage Booster Pro. So we just pulled it out right there. That's the 7.5 amp fuse. And now we're gonna go ahead and put the Voltage Booster Pro Texas Slim in the same slot. Now I'm gonna install the Voltage Booster Pro into the FJ, and I'm gonna have it on low, which is on the bottom. If you move it up there, it's on high. Let's see how it charges. Start the test. So right there, I'm putting the Voltage Booster Pro into that old slot, and it just is gonna push directly in there. And now it's in nice and tight. And then we'll turn the FJ on and see how much more charge will be coming through, and then put the lid on, and then we'll follow some test results and show you how it works. And you can see right there with the Voltage Booster Pro, it's charging it up to 14 volts on the low setting. And that means that the battery is getting a lot more power for it to be fully recharged, which is going to have a longer life lasting battery. Thoughts from the FJ? I think that it's pretty cool to see it work that quick. Having the voltage, go up on the battery, it's never been that great with the old setup, but I had a Linsun solar panel that was helping it out. But now I can have a lot better confidence in knowing that the voltage is getting higher. So I'm going to do some tests with how it works on the high and low feature with a fridge on there, and see how well the battery performs, and give you a final conclusion.